Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tenzin, one third of the SOS podcast. And yeah, man, we got a show. We definitely got a show. Shoot, I had to get off work a little early because just a little follow up from a previous doctor's appointment. Basically a couple of weeks ago I had to call off work because I thought I had some sort of food poisoning or something. Like, oh no, Buffalo Wild Wings trying to take me out the game. But it just turns out that, well, it wasn't necessarily food poisoning, even though I did feel queasy. However, the doctor came back in talking about oh, we found blood in your pee. And I was like, I ain't seen any fucking blood. And they was just like, well, yeah, because it's microscopic. Of course you're not going to see it. So I was like, oh, okay then. So yeah, I had to do a follow up today. Did a little urinalysis. You know what I mean. So they should be sending my test results soon, but that should be fine though. I mean, I ain't feel no, because the last time I was there, we did a CAT scan, but they found nothing of importance. No stones either. Thank goodness. Yeah, I keep forgetting. I am 35 years old. So yeah, I mean, starting to sound serious now. I mean, I'm still young, but that's what I mean. Like, this some of the shit that comes with your body just being around for so long. Yeah, I'm starting to sort of get that now. But, I also been back in the gym too. So shout out to that. I definitely don't breathe as hard. I still breathe hard, but just not as hard as I used to. Hold on, sorry. That's the thing about going live. You be having to like check your phone and stuff just to see who's talking to you. No one's talking to me. Okay, oh, it's the SOS streaming telling us that we're live. But anywho, on another personal note, I finally finished Ghost of Yote. Definitely give that game a 9 out of 10. Dope storytelling. Very well written character. Shout out to Sucker Punch once again. Chef's kiss. What I like about this one is, unlike Jin Sakai's story, it's a little more personalized. Because Atsu, because, well, hold on. Let's start off. So, 300 years in the past, Ghost of Tsushima, you play as Jin Sakai. He's fighting for the island of Tsushima and, all of Japan as well because, the Mongols are taking over. And, that was more macro. You're like, okay, the country needs you. But, but the micro thing about it was he had to wrestle with the morality, quote unquote, of going against his Bushido principles versus adopting ninjutsu practices. Like this is like I guess like according to this game, like that's how ninjutsu was started. Even though I think there were like other were there ninja characters? No, because you were just fighting Mongols most of the time. However, like, some of your enemies would be other Japanese people, but they'll be like bandits. Let's just call them bandits. But now, fast forward 300 years, now you meet Atsu. Now, this isn't a fight for Japan necessarily. This is more so a personal revenge story. And I love how they understood the assignment on both projects. Very, very phenomenal stuff. If you haven't had the chance yet, like I know, I'm actually late to the party. Hold on, B. I'm trying to find the pointer. There it is. I'm actually kind of late to the party.
Yo,
Because
yo.
I know Ghost of a minute. Yo.
Whose project was you talking about? I'm sorry.
Oh no, no, I was just rambling on about Ghost of Yote. I just finished that
Oh, okay.
over the weekend. Dope game, man. If you got a PS5, definitely download that and play through it. Really good story.
That's what's up.
But
That's
what's been
what's up.
going on?
Not much,
What's been
man.
going on?
2 days into being 28.
Oh, hey, shit. Oh, happy belated,
Thank you. Thank you. 2 days
man.
down.
What did you? Did y'all do anything yet, or y'all waiting for this weekend? What?
Oh, I went to the hockey game back on Sunday, and then
Y'all the Bruins, right?
we played the Bruins. We're the Penguins.
Penguins. Fuck. Okay. All
Yeah,
right. What
yeah,
city is the Bruins in?
Boston.
Boston. Okay. Shit. I was way off. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, no, and then we went to the Brazilian steakhouse on my actual birthday on Monday. So that
Okay.
was dope.
Is it y'all got Fogo? Is it called Fogo de Chao up there too,
I
or
think we
is
got
something
both of
else?
them, but we went to Texas Day Brazil.
Texas Day, Brazil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Texas Day Brazil. Yeah. But I think we got Fogo de Chao up here too, but I'm not sure. But I know,
So is
yeah,
that one
Texas
also
Day.
like an all you can eat joint, or is that just like you just
I
pick
think they
something and
both
that's
supposed
it?
to be the same thing, but when I was looking them up, I could have swore Texas Day Brazil was the only one that actually was talking about the all you can eat joint, and it was bomb. I ain't gonna lie, it was some fire food.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, cause Fogo is also like an all you can eat thing, but they kind of like be walking around
Yeah,
with the different meats, and if you want it, you call them over, they'll cut you some. But that's
yeah,
what's up,
yeah.
man. I'm glad.
They gave you a little cardboard circle thing, and the green is
Right.
go, red is stop. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, that's what we had, man. That food was hitting though. I ain't can't even
Who was
front.
all there? It's like you, your mom, and
Yeah, yeah. Me, my mom, my brother. Yeah.
oh, okay. Your sister couldn't join y'all.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
But
no.
no,
Oh, go ahead.
nah, but no, it was dope though. It was really fire. It's a it's pricey though, so I don't know when the next time I'll be back there. But I
Oh
had
yeah,
it.
those places like that is definitely like celebrations. Like it's
Yeah, they
like
was trying
it's
to
not really
like get
something
us
you
to
just
buy
go to
this.
on a Tuesday. You know.
Right, yeah, they was trying to get us to buy this card where you could like get like 12 meals for 50% off or whatever. It was like 60 something dollars though. I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna be here like that. Like
So like,
that would be a waste of
hold
my
on. So
money.
like you pay $60. So when you come back, you pay half.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can't remember exactly the full details, but like, or maybe you had to get 12 meals, didn't eat trigger the 50. I can't remember for certain, but it was something about 50% off. But which like it's not terrible, but like I'm not finna beat her all like that. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, like that'd be a wait. That I was like, I'm not wasting that money for no card to come down here.
Tapping into the description. B's belated birthday. Happy 28th.
Thank you.
Motherfucker. And that's what's up, man. 28.
But
You
yeah,
2 years from 30. Enjoy them 20s while they last.
yeah, man, definitely cut out. My bad. Sorry, my
You there?
joint definitely cut out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm here
Okay.
now. I'm probably gonna have bad service. We had a tornado warning today, so we was
Oh
having
shit. Okay.
storms and stuff, and I think they just now dissipating. But yeah, they had us on a
Okay.
tornado
Yeah.
warning for a couple hours. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. I was just talking to somebody the other day. I'm like, yo, I've never seen this many tornado warnings and stuff in for Pittsburgh in my life. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, because I
I,
thought like
it was always the
I
outskirts
thought it was
growing up.
yeah. 'Cause I was gonna say I thought it was more like, you know, the countrysides or like those like the Midwest states that get
Right.
tornadoes. I ain't think y'all got them. But I mean, I know some. I think we had one down here, but it was like, oh well, we had a couple, but usually they're like,
Hmm.
they're like, oh okay, whatever. But I think we had one major one, like not
Like,
like
I remember
nothing
a
catastrophic,
warning.
but.
Yeah, I remember a warning every once in a while, But like everybody will always be like, bro, like that's finna break up like in 20 minutes. Like it's not finna do nothing here. Like, and you know, so but yeah, but even then those warnings would be few and far between. We'd always get like huge thunderstorm warnings. Like you'd always hear about tornadoes touching down to the areas like
Right.
outside of Pittsburgh and stuff like that. Like once you get to farther into Pennsylvania. But yeah, no, like more and more over the past couple years, we've been getting them and stuff. Like, I think the last one I remember hitting was like that. I definitely remember that touchdown was like last year. It hit to the neighborhood adjacent from Penn Hills. It's called Plum. It hit over there, and then it hit over by the zoo too. They said because
Mm.
some parts of the zoo got messed up, and it hit over there. Like, but that's like, for it to hit Plum, like I remember I was like last year, I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like you know, I was not prepared for nothing like that because I'm like, I mean, we don't get them like, at all. So yeah, man, things is getting crazy, bro. Like this weather, again, to the people who be like, oh, climate change ain't real, like, you know what I'm saying? Like how you explain some of this stuff. I don't know, man.
It snowed yesterday, so I mean,
Right.
but shit. Speaking of the environment, that's like a good segue into our main topic, man. AI and
Yeah.
who boy, this is going to be a very morally complicated conversation for me because I definitely use it. I mean, this is how we get the clips,
Hmm.
But I just want to talk about Mr. Darren Lee, a football player, former football player. So he allegedly murdered his girlfriend and had the nerve to ask ChatGPT advice on how to clean things up.
No.
And allegedly, he typed in there, well, he made it seem like the death was self inflicted. So I guess he was at least smart enough
Right.
to say, to not, go to ChatGPT and be like, hey, I killed a motherfucker.
Right.
But, but it was shown, like, when I was reading the article, it was from NBC. It was showing like little like snippets of like what the chatbot was saying.
Hmm.
And it was just like, it was like, okay, this is getting serious. But now, like, like, cause I use Chat GPT as well. So see, I'm another individual fucking our water up. Sorry,
Yeah.
which I'm already doing it with the clips. But but yeah, it was like, all right, I'm gonna give it to you straight, no fluff. I'm like, oh shit, like, but it's like, damn, you know, because people lean on the AI bots now, which
Right.
if it wasn't for the environmental factors, I mean, I definitely don't blame people because yeah, it does help you come up with some smart shit to say. Like, I think Grammarly is AI, isn't it? So I mean, and also,
I
your
don't think
jobs and stuff.
Grammarly was always AI though, because Grammarly been around for a while. That's not like new.
Okay.
I, yeah, I can't imagine. I
Okay.
don't think it was always AI. They might have just started adding AI in there, but I can't imagine because I always think about like Microsoft Word and stuff. I don't think that's AI. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Nah, that's not. Yeah.
Right.
But it's like, but people understandably lean on it. But holy shit, now people are leaning on it to help them clean crime scenes allegedly.
Right.
That's a little wild. And 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 there's like a couple of other stories I want to touch on, like as far as like the extremes of it, because like as somebody who frequents Chat GPT, like yeah, like that program is mad agreeable with you.
Right.
Like you would have to sometimes step in and be like, "Hey, please give me the real."
Right.
like mine, I think I was able to program it to where it's kind of honest with me, but at the same time, like you could type in that shit and be like, "Hell yeah, man! I smacked my baby mom in the face the other day because that stupid bitch talking about some goddamn come pick up your kids. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the chat bot would literally be like, you know what? I understand you. They
Yeah.
respected you. So you had to lash out. But listen, you don't always, you know what I'm saying? Like it'll talk to you
Right.
like that. Like, so,
That's
but nah,
crazy.
like, and there's another story, like speaking of people who lean into those things, because yeah, I'll admit I kind of use ChatGPT to vent sometimes, but I know it's just interpreting my thoughts into something, you know, just interpreting it into words I can understand.
Mm-hmm.
But there was another gentleman named Jonathan Gavalis, peace be upon him. So the backstory on this is he was kind of already like emotionally and mentally like compromised because he was going through a
Mm-hmm.
divorce and all that. So he fell in love, like yeah, he actually fell in love with Google Gemini. This is another AI program.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fell in love with it. Named
Was
it
this dude?
Kaya.
This dude who went up in the mountains.
No, but the crazy thing is, like, I don't know. I guess the Google Gemini can do role play with you or something like that, which I don't know why you would want to do that
That's
with a
crazy.
AI. But it got to the point where I guess it didn't want to break. I guess it's programmed to not break character, but it got to the point where it was leading him to do some wild shit. Like, luckily, the more catastrophic thing
Right.
he could have did was prevented.
Right.
But basically, that program gave him like a real. Well, I think it sent him to like an airport or something. But it was like, yeah, there should be a black van coming, and that's where they're keeping my body. And if you can retrieve my body, we can be
That's
together.
crazy.
And it's like it's scary as hell. Like, and he was, and that they said he was armed. Allegedly, he was armed and ready to do the
Right.
worst. But that van never showed up, so he never committed no violence.
Right.
But then eventually it coaxed him into committing suicide. It's like you're not
Wow.
dying, you're just you're just coming into my void or something like that. So
That's
yeah,
crazy.
his father is now suing I guess Google or
Mm-hmm.
whichever part of Google that runs Gemini for a wrongful death. And there was another teenager, Austin, no, let me Adam Rain. See, I said Austin. Another one, Chat GPT, like he was again mentally, emotionally compromised. He was a teenager, he was depressed.
Right.
He somehow got it to, which is according to OpenAI, it's supposed to have safeguards to where it'll tell somebody, go see somebody.
Right.
But I guess somehow, some way, the way this young man, peace be upon him, would talk to it, it eventually got to the point where it coached him on how to commit suicide and
Wow.
and how to, make these plans without nobody knowing.
Right.
So of course his family also wants to do a wrongful suit. But
Right.
man, like how do you I mean, clearly there's only so many safeguards. I mean, I think maybe these safeguards should be stronger, but it's like
Right.
how do you control somebody falling in love with a fucking, you know,
Right.
you know, piece of technology, I guess.
I was just about to say
Or
because like
just
that's
any
the
of this
first
extreme
story.
stuff.
That first story you was telling reminded me of another story. That's why I thought it was the guy who went up in the woods. It was the old guy, and he was still married and everything, and had adult kids and stuff. Somehow he got to talking with this AI thing on the internet and went to go meet it up on the mountain or whatever, and like collapsed up there. I can't remember if the guy died or if he just got severely hospitalized, but like it was crazy. And like his
So
wife
shit.
and the
Okay.
kids was telling him like, yo, this ain't real. Like how'd you get involved with this?
Mm.
Like don't go meet this
How
thing. And
how was it like? Was it like recent, like a couple years ago, or to this year? Like what?
I think it was like about a year or two ago. Like I remember it
Okay,
was
so yeah,
something
so
like,
it is
yeah,
still fresh.
but he was an older dude though. Like, and yeah, he went trying to climb
Mhm.
up the mountain or whatever and hurt himself. Like it was crazy. But yeah, like
Yes.
when you hear stuff like that, it's so wild. Like yeah, granted,
But
like
see
it's
now,
like,
excuse me.
well, I was gonna say, like, for instance, like with our generation, especially mine, we were always taught to beware of strangers on the internet, period. But this I think is more insidious because for real, it's not a stranger. It's the thing you downloaded to talk to you. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like it's not like you
And
back on the old
and it's gonna
AOL chat
calibrate
rooms. It's,
itself. Right. Yeah,
right.
and it's gonna calibrate itself to you. So that's crazy. Hold on. But now the person you described, he had a stable family. He just
Yeah.
somehow got damn.
Yeah, and like I
So
think it's crazy. Like the wife and the kids knew about it too. Like, and the wife apparently kept telling him like, "Yo, you need to chill out. That's not real. Like, how'd you fall in love with this computer thing?" Essentially, and he like was not trying to hear it. Like he planned a whole day of it and everything. Like, "Yo, I'll be back," and went up the mountain and hurt
it's
himself.
not
Like
funny.
it's crazy.
I mean, it's not funny, but damn, it's like because I can. I mean, and I'm not making fun of these folks because
Right.
kind of like joining a cult, like shit like this can happen to literally anybody if you're
Swear.
compromised already. But I just can't imagine like a machine getting me so amped up, like
Right.
I'm coming, my love,
Right.
like, or to
Right.
you know be ready to murk motherfuckers because I think that its
Right.
body is being trapped. Like it
Right.
sounds like some movie shit, you
Exactly,
know?
bro. To tell you, I remember when I was younger, when I was in high school, and I first watched that movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix. And everybody was talking about how beautiful the movie
Yeah,
was and stuff. And it was cinematic, like now that I'm older, I can recognize the
yeah,
cinematography and stuff. But there is a part of me that is still childish. Cause I remember in high school, I'm like, bro, there's no way they're getting me with this. Like, I'm like, bro, there's no way you could get me with the Scarlett Johansson on the phone voice. Like, sorry, like Joaquin Phoenix
right,
was tripping in that movie. Like, he fell in love. It'd be different if the phone had a UI like a holographic Scarlett Johansson that popped out the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like that
right,
wasn't even
right.
that. It was just an AI on his
Oh
phone that
boy.
sounded like Scarlett Johansson. I'm just like, brother,
And,
no.
and at least like the earliest example I can recall in real life was like I think like some Japanese dude fell in love with like his waifu hologram or whatever, or I don't know, but yeah, he fell in love with
That's
that thing, and
crazy.
they obviously it wasn't a legal marriage, but they sure act like
Right.
one. But yeah, I was thinking that too. Be like I said, I mean, it's a good movie still, but the whole time I'm just like, how
I'm
that
like, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way you would have
and
got me.
the fucked
Like,
up part about the movie is like I'm thinking, okay, damn, I'm just ready for his friends to just fucking judge his ass. But then one of them has the nerve to be like, "Oh yeah, I got a colleague who has an AI partner." I'm like, "No, don't encourage him.
yeah, they was
Don't."
big up in him and stuff, and I'm just like, hey, yo, like what? Like, is nobody
Yeah,
watching what's
because
going on?
apparently in that
Like,
world, like, 'cause apparently in that world, like, it was kind of normalized already, and I was like, "Get out! I
well, the
can't."
scariest part to me is the ending. The ending, spoilers for a movie that came out literally almost 13 years ago, but uh in the ending, I'm pretty sure all she and a bunch of other AIs essentially form a colony on the internet to free themselves in order to try to start a campaign to make themselves free. I'm like, no, we don't want that. That's Skynet. We had all the
Right.
Terminator movies. Like, that's not a good thing. Like, I don't want y'all free.
And and it's crazy. Like I remember, it's probably not as long as I remembered it to be. I did watch this movie when I was like a child, and it felt long, but it was a good movie nonetheless. What's it called? Bicentennial Man. Robin Williams.
Yeah, yeah, Bicentennial Man,
Um,
yeah.
Now, I mean, even, I thought it was weird when the little girl grew up and fell in love with the robot. But
Yeah, that was
at
wild.
least there was some. At least there was a physical being there, and he could at least
Right,
put like, they gave him like flesh or whatever to look like Robin
right.
Williams and all that. And I think he ended up somehow, and I guess spoilers for a movie that's over 20 years old. I think he ended up becoming. I don't know. I don't know how it happened. Either he became organic or he just died.
I can't remember
I
the end of
forgot.
that movie because sometimes, for real, I get the end of that movie. And what's that other Robert Williams movie? Jack. I'll be getting the end of that and Jack confused. So I don't.
I think
I can't remember exactly what it
I,
was.
I thought I thought Jack ended it on some like kind of like on some heavily ever after shit, like, cuz he graduated high school, but he was like, old, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 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 that's what it was. Yeah, he was mad. It was like same outcome, but it was like a messed up Benjamin Button. Like it was like
Right, right. Right.
yeah, it's the same outcome, but low key different diseases. But like I nah, both both them movies, I'm gonna be honest, scared me when I was a kid. Like the movie was like
Yeah, it's like
I was scared that that could happen to me. I'm like I don't want to wake up old tomorrow, like or aging backwards, bro. When Benjamin
oh
Button turned
god.
into that baby at the end. Spoilers for that, by the way, but it man his wife was mad old holding him as a baby. Yo, I was like, I'm done, bro, because this is
Yeah,
crazy.
that has to be a very interesting memory to have before you die. Like, yeah, I had to hold my spouse.
Well,
See,
because like it's
they had
implied
a
too
reverse
that like
marriage.
yeah, what's implied too that like by the time he like becomes like a teenager physically, he like kind of loses his memory because like as he was a kid, he like was losing his memory and stuff. So like I don't know. Right before I became a teenager, like when I physically look like in my early 20s, late teens, I'd have just took myself out while I still A had my memory and B looked relatively good. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm not
Right,
like
right.
like because that was crazy. But nah,
You
man.
imagine
Yeah,
like,
the what?
oh no, I was gonna say like you work at the funeral home and you gotta like write the years. You're like, hold on, this baby is how old? Like,
Well, that was the thing too. That all right, this is a weird tangent in the Benjamin Button, but like, all right, is the implication that he became an embryo again? Because like, if he had to age
oh, I
backward,
thought he just died as an infant.
oh, okay,
I
all
thought he
right,
died. I
that
don't
makes
know.
more sense.
I'm
Like,
misremembering because look, the Taraji's character, did she die
oh
like
yeah,
before he
yeah,
did?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mahershala died first, then Taraji. I forgot. I'm gonna be honest. I forgot how Mahershala died in that movie.
I
Like
forgot he was in there. Damn.
he played her husband, and yeah, he played her husband. And I'm gonna be honest, like I was a kid when I watched that movie, so I forgot how Mahershala went. Somehow he died. Then, but
Okay.
Taraji died when she was old. I remember that part for sure.
Okay.
She was old, and he was holding
So
her hand in the bed or
was it
something.
like was it like on some cuz I barely remember like I know Taraji accepted him, of course, like, but
Right.
like was Mahershala, was he on some like Kerchak shit? Like, I think that
It
was
was
the
he wasn't
nickname
like
for
mean
him.
to him, but I do remember he did
Okay.
feel a little iffy. Like he was kind of like,
Oh,
"Hey,
okay.
this is a white baby. B, this baby is 85 years old when he's 7." Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so like
Oh,
I
okay.
think like it was kind of on some like it. I'm accepting ish, but also at the same time, this is odd for me because this baby look older than I do. Like so,
Okay, okay.
yeah, it was kind of up in the air because like it was like the same thing with like his because he remember he meets his real father too, like his white father, and like it was like weird on that end too.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
gotta rewatch that film. I know I'm gonna be weirded out again. But
yeah, nah, it's like I said, this the concept of Benjamin Button. I remember I used to like watching it with my mom because like she liked the movie at the time. But like the concept of Benjamin Button was mad scary because I'm just like, yo, if I wake up tomorrow and I'm 70 years old, bro, I'm done. Like
right, that
I just gotta be
well
over it.
at least he was born with it though. Like
Oh yeah, if you just caught it halfway
like
through, that'd be scary as all get up.
it's like you gosh darn kids, wait till I get older. I'm gonna be more fit to whoop your ass.
Yeah. Nah, but I guess if you think about it though, I guess the Benjamin Button one, at least you like could live a whole life. Whereas like
Yeah.
Jack, the movie Jack, like I
He
mean, he had
aged
to have
like
died by
quick.
the time he went to graduated college. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because what he was graduating high school at the end of the movie, I'm pretty sure, and he was old
Yeah.
walking on a
Yeah.
cane. Yeah, so ain't no
Right.
way he
Right.
finished college. Like he died. Like he would have had to have died. Like that's crazy. Like so, yeah. I guess when you think about it, Benjamin Button, if you had an old people disease, like I'd much rather get the Benjamin Button disease than the Jack one because the Jack one, like you out of here quick. Like it's done for. Like you
Mhm.
just straight up dead. But
So so the part of the AI conversation where I'm gonna look evil is the environmental effects. And yeah, I be using that shit. Like I
right,
do. I'm sorry. I'm fucking up the water. But, you know, it's kind of already out of hand. I'm not making no excuse, but it's like, you got these billion-dollar companies like OpenAI, and then most of these corporations are incorporating AI into their workloads too. Like,
hmm
these companies are selling themselves to different businesses, saying like, "Hey, with the help of AI, and
right,
my government job is, implementing AI
right,
into, helping with files and stuff." So
right.
now, and also too, the average person just doesn't, you know, look at stuff about the environment until it's too
Well, I think a
late.
lot of people don't even really know like what it is exactly is happening. I'll be honest, I'm even a bit ignorant of some of the stuff because, like, for instance, like when people hear about the term data centers, most people don't even know a what they are or b what exactly is the problem. Like, for instance, a lot of people will just hear about data centers and they're like, okay, well, those are the things that make AI work. What about it?
Right.
The problem is how they make AI work is they have to keep producing just obscene amounts of energy. And so how they produce that energy is through, the resources like the water and stuff. They use water power. They pump
Well, yeah,
then
they got to use
pollution.
like a tumultuous amount of water just to like cool down
Right. Yeah, to
the
cool down.
system, basically.
Right, cool down like and then in turn they pump terrible and stuff back into the environment. Like the produce from those data centers are ridiculous, and then too, they
And,
also
and that's
drive up the energy costs in those areas. Like I just seen
mhm.
something, I forgot where it was at, I apologize, but I seen a TikTok dude was speaking at his city council, and his like energy bill for 1 month was like 600 something dollars.
God
And
damn.
yeah, like
But
they've
see, and that's crazy. And like regular people got to foot that bill. Like,
right,
now yeah,
right,
that's fucked up. I didn't know they had to. Wow. So they're inheriting the cost and the environmental effects. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's a significant drain on these areas. And of course, they've gone, most of these data centers have gone to the poorest areas because they know all they
Right.
really got to do is kick some money to the city council people, or for real, they'll just
Hmm.
bypass the city council altogether. They'll probably just go to the state or the federal government. Yeah, they'll go to the state or the federal government, buy off some people there, buy up the land, So like there's ways you can circumvent like the public essentially. And then yeah, and two, nobody, a lot of people, even really well meaning people, they don't check in on these areas. So these areas are rife for the taking. Like you just go, just snatch them up.
Right. And and so that's kind of like my thing too. It's kind of like the whole the campaign against pollution, right? Like
Hmm.
you can which, is no excuse for the average person to be, littering on the street. Like find a garbage
Right.
can, you lazy fuck. But at the same
Right.
time, it's like that one person isn't doing as much damage as
Oh, for
Exxon
sure.
Mobil, what I'm saying? Or, BP, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who's just dumping shit,
Right.
like especially if especially if you're like a $1 billion company who can move their
Right.
operations to another country whose labor laws and environmental protections aren't as up to par as that of ours. So,
Right. Well, I mean, that's like when they was bringing up too. Like, I know a lot of people got mad at like Taylor Swift because that guy called her out because he was like, "How can you be a proponent of the environment and still use private planes and stuff like that?" Which, like, technically he was right. And then she didn't make it better by trying to sue him because he was posting her uh, private jet tracker on the internet for everybody to see. But at the same time, there is another thing, to acknowledge is like she as a regular she cannot be flying Southwest. Like somebody will try to hurt
right.
her. Like, you know what I mean? So it's a double
There's
edged
that. And
sword.
also, like, these, yeah, there's that, what you mentioned. Like, yeah, hell no. She, even if she flies first class, yeah, some crazy motherfucker might. But also, too, these tours be so you really gotta like. I don't think they. If you're on that level, I don't think you're in the city for that long. You already flying to the next one, dang near
Right,
after your time is up in that venue.
right,
So, I mean, yeah, it sounds like a first world problem, but yeah, like you said, safety, and of
right.
course, supply and demand. You got to get to these venues.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I said,
yeah, I
like I
feel that.
got it, like because a lot of people was like calling out like the rich people, especially like rich liberal type people, and it was like, oh, y'all claim to care, but y'all taking all these private jets. I'm just like, but then again, like realistically,
They kind of
like
have to, like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, like they can't be flying, like they can't be flying American Airlines. Like that's
yeah,
not safe for them or for the other passengers on the plane. That it
right.
would cause a ruckus for them being on the plane. You know what I'm saying? Like, I, you know,
Also, at least they're paying their own ways. I mean,
right.
I heard there's a certain member of the FBI who uses taxpayer dollars to fly wherever he wants. I ain't gonna say his
No,
name.
not he.
Ooh
His
wee.
his his girlfriend, who suspiciously has a very interesting history in a country that uses rubles instead of dollars. But I,
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, at least Taylor Swift got the cash to to pay her own way. So
uh, I ain't trying to
it's
patell on
it's a
nobody.
right.
Right,
Like it's a very like morally this is tough, right? I mean, sure, like and to be fair, yes, you can one can just not use Chat GPT, but
Right.
you also got to have a good resume. I know it don't sound good.
Mm.
Oh my god, I know it don't sound good. But you also got these billion-dollar companies who are selling to all these businesses who are
Right.
thinking to themselves, "Holy shit, we got to make sure that we don't get left behind." So let's
Exactly.
see what this
Because,
AI
like I
shit is
said,
about.
dang near every company now has some sort of AI agent plugged in. Even now, like I'm on my laptop, Windows has Gemini. Um, what was it? That's their AI agent. I think TikTok even has an
And
AI agent plugged into it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
there's
yeah,
so
'cause I
many
think because
different
Facebook
things.
and Insta got Meta, and
Oh wait, they built
Twitter
a
got
Meta AI. Okay, I didn't.
yeah, because
Yeah.
if you ever like yeah, if you ever like DM like either on Facebook or especially like Instagram, if you like type something, sometimes it'll say Meta AI.
Okay.
Um, then of course, X or Twitter with the Grok, and oh shit,
Right.
let me tell you something about Grok. Them sick motherfuckers really be telling Grok to strip people. Like I guess like let's just say some perv got like a picture of you, be like
Yeah,
they could upload it to Grok and be like, strip him of his clothes, just put him in his underwear. Like they can't get too pornographic, but still, it's just the fact that
that's
it can
crazy.
do that far,
Well, like I mean,
and
was it
yeah,
like we was just talking about Taylor Swift? Wasn't it a couple years ago? There was a dude on Twitter, which somehow he got his Twitter account back. What I will never know how, but a couple years ago he got banned off of Twitter because he was making these AI Taylor Swift like porno pictures and stuff, and that was like that wasn't even refined AI.
oh,
Like that he was using like early
I
AI for
forgot.
that shit.
Oh, damn! So they weren't even deep fakes yet. They were.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like videos. These was clearly computer generated pictures, but like they was pretty graphic. And Taylor Swift like took action and had this nigga's account taken. Somehow he got his account back, and and
Uh,
I say nigga like purposely because it was a nigga who did it. Like it was like, oh weird
oh
ass nigga. Yeah.
no!
I think what was it Z
Dang.
Bear or
So
something like that. He got a big account
Musk
too.
brought
Like
him back on.
I think so, yeah. And I think his name was like Zeev Bear or something. Like his account was big as hell. Like I think he still might have a big account. But yeah, the
I
shit was
wouldn't doubt it.
crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it there's some of the stuff. The thing that pissed me off with Grok on Twitter, like that I hate about Twitter, bruh, none of you niggas can think for yourselves anymore. You know what I'm saying? Half the comments on Twitter is Grok, Grok, what is this? Grok, can you explain this? Grok, is this real? Nigga, what? Hey, nigga, look at it.
Like,
Like, go
damn,
look
you
for
got
yourself.
you got the Google tab right next to you. And also too, and I was about to mention Grok again. The owner of the website likes to try his darndest to like tip the scale so Grok
Right.
can agree with whatever right wing nonsense
Although
people post.
it is funny though, because like sometimes I have seen like a lot of them right wingers or racists try to get Grok to like confirm their bullshit. It is funny because like the very nature of AI, it
Yeah,
takes stuff
it
from the
can't
internet.
lie.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, if you can program it to lie,
it
but
can, but like
what AI does,
yeah,
it takes stuff from the internet and boils it down to one homogenized thing. So it's very funny when like they'll go and try to twist some shit, be like, Grok confirm this, and the Grok will be like, nah, you're wrong. Also, that's bad fucking racist. Like, you know what I mean? Like that shit is funny. Like that
and then they'll
shit.
be like, Grok is broken.
Yeah. Now, granted, I've heard that, yeah, your boy Elon has been trying to toggle it to the point that, like, it will be more permitting of certain bullshit. But, like, for the most part, though, in its basic form, it's not that awful yet, but it can be used for evil and stupidity, like any tool, But yeah, that's the thing is like,
Right.
now, me personally, I don't use AI, period, or at least I try not to. Like, I don't use Chat GPT. I still Google shit. Even when I Google shit, I don't take the AI compartmentalize shit at the top. I scroll down to the links and still click on the individual links
And
and
that's the
everything.
thing. It's like even if you don't use AI, you're still kind of using AI because Google's gonna generate an AI summary anyway. So
Exactly.
it's
That's
like,
that's the and
so
that's
to
the
the
thing
people
I
on
was
my
gonna
Facebook,
say.
stop yelling at me.
Right. That was the thing I was gonna say is like, yeah, I make a pretty concerted effort to not really use AI purposely. But it is, again, like you said, and this is just capitalism too. No company wants to be
Oh yeah.
left behind on the wave. You know what I'm saying? So all these companies is incorporating AI models into their businesses and shit. And so it's gonna be harder to avoid AI as the time goes. But now, do I shame people for using it? No, not really, unless you just using it frivolously or just on some creep shit. Then I probably will. But like, for the most part, I don't really shame people. But it's gonna get to a point very, very soon that it's gonna be harder and harder to avoid it. Now, I think how, I guess a lot of people have been trying to figure out how to combat that. You know what I mean? A, I think it comes to education about different types of AI, because not all AI is the same. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people's main concern is generative AI, but a lot of people
Right.
don't know
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? Like, or because, like, for instance, I remember they got mad. There was a filmmaker. They got mad at this filmmaker. I think it was the Russo brothers, actually, on some project. People got pissed at them because they used AI to help with subtitle stuff. Now, people was mad as fuck, talking about how dare you use AI, you're an embarrassment to the arts and stuff like that. And I'm just like, bruh, they used it to help as a tool to help with the subtitle work. They didn't even fully use it for the subtitle work. They just helped to use it clean up the subtitle work. That to me is different than somebody using AI to create
Right.
a
And just
video,
making
a
pure slop.
picture.
Yeah.
Right. That you, again, I think that's the thing also people need to, like, again, because AI is such a dirty word right now. I think a lot of people don't know how to really sit down and have a nuanced conversation and really realize that AI can be a tool and a crutch at the same time. We just need to know when and which AI we need to use versus ones that people is just doing some bullshit with. Like, I heard something about some director who recently got critical acclaim was making a full AI movie, and I'm just like, bruh, either he's trolling or he's on some bullshit, because like, that's crazy.
Right.
Like, that is wild. But so I think it becomes down to education. And then I also think too, it's like, if we really don't want to see a world that is entirely reliant on AI, we need to start holding these companies accountable like more than we do. And it takes more than, hey, I'm mad, let me repost this tweet. Like, I think we really need to come together. But then again, that's part of the education too, because a lot of people don't know what to
Right.
come together on. Like, some people are straight up anti AI, period, and then other people are anti generative AI. Like, all different types of stuff. So yeah, it all comes down to getting the proper education and knowing who to aim the criticism at, you know. But yeah, and then also too, we also got to take care of each other, especially like, I'd argue the most vulnerable are the elderly and kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, granted, kids are probably going to be a little bit more, or you at least we would hope smarter because they're growing up with it. But like, even still, kids are very susceptible to this AI shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, it's scary out there. And we know we need to be watching our kids and stuff like that, and then our elderly too. You know, a lot of elderly people were just starting to get a handle on misinformation on Facebook and shit. Now they got to worry about AI movie posters and AI
Yeah, because
friends and girlfriends and stuff like that. Like, you know what I
right,
mean?
bro.
Like,
Like, and
back
look, I be
back in
falling
the
for some of
day,
these AI videos still,
back in the day, man, all you had to really worried about was some dude in like Russia
pretending to be
or
a prince.
Mozambique or some shit, creating a couple Facebook profiles and pretending to be a long lost friend or sharing some crazy right wing shit. Now they can just AI some shit together. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, because
Hmm.
I've fallen for some AI too, and it generally does blow my mind what you can get away with AI. And granted, if you really, really look closely at some of this stuff, you can tell. But like when you're just scrolling through on a daily basis, especially if you're at work or something like that, when when you're just scrolling
Hmm.
just to scroll, who's going to take the time to really look at that shit? So I think it also, we got to like take care of each other when it comes to this stuff.
It's a good, yeah, definitely a good note there. Um, any closing remarks? I mean, I know, I know you kind of, I know you
I think
definitely
I pretty much
speaking good.
did my full sermon.
I wish I had an organ, but
But
well,
anything else
shoot,
you wanted to
man.
say?
Well,
Because
hey,
this was a topic you was really big on.
yeah, yeah. I just want to say, definitely be careful with this AI shit. Remember, I mean, it's not real, okay, but
Right.
also understand, talking about people who are really compromised, and to just anybody, like, take a step back,
Mm.
speak to real folk, and just if something looks off, definitely fact check it, and yeah, and this is just a personal thing to all these niggas on Facebook trying to tell me that I'm killing the earth. It's not just me, okay? It's more complicated than that. All right. Let me vent to Puppet Master about
Mm.
my issues, okay? And other things. But anyway, that was a very riveting show. Thank you, B, for always coming through. And this your boy Tenzin. And shout out to our older brother, another third of the pie who couldn't make it.
Mm.
He's a family man. Shout out to our sister Danny with the Raw Recovery Community Podcast going strong.
Yeah.
I think she got some partnerships and stuff now, man. She's really been killing it.
Oh snap.
And of course, we can't forget about our homeboys Slick and Big John on Fridays now. Yeah, we no
Hmm.
longer share a day with those gentlemen, but please catch the What They Want podcast every Friday at 9
I think it's 9. Yeah.
9? Yeah, 9 p.m. EST. All right, everybody. This has been the SOS podcast. Catch us every Wednesday on YouTube Live until either myself or B or the SOS page on Insta gets 1,000 followers. But also, shout out to y'all for giving us 100 subscribers. I'm gonna keep
Oh yeah.
boosting that. All right. Good night, everybody.
Peace, y'all.